everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. I so appreciate it. Today I am going to attempt a process that I saw on Petra. She created a beautiful pour, and I'm going to try it because I have similar products. So first of all, I've mixed up some ultracast resin, and I did 120 grams of A and 60 grams of B. In here, I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops of Etterart pigment paste. And I did already put in with my little spoon here, a little bit of the Interference Champagne mica powder. So I'm going to mix that up. And then I'm kind of I watched 2 of her videos because I was so fascinated and so inspired. And I'll link both of them below. And she did the Etterart White with Interference Champagne in one. And then another one, she put in Chameleon Flakes from Let's Resin. And I have been trying to find an excuse to use it because I tried it for using it in like, you know, what do you call it? When you, I can't think of the word. When you dust a mold and you put in the flakes. Well, it doesn't work really well. So when I saw her use this, I said, oh my God, I've got to try. I don't know if it's really going to do anything. But just for fun, I didn't put much in, so we'll just see if there's maybe just speckles that show up. I don't know. I don't know how Chameleon Flakes work in with resin. So I don't know the quantities and amounts. So this one here has about 51 grams of the ultracast. And I think it's considered a medium viscosity, and I know Petra used Mastercast, which I'm totally out of, and I might have to get some again because I do like that resin. This mold I'm using is the Magical Tray mold. I believe I don't know if they have a small, but it's the smaller one, not the large one, so it could be the medium one. And then in my other cup, so I'm just going to mix that really well. In my other cup, I've got about 71 grams, and I'm going to put in this GR alcohol ink sky blue. I want a really light blue, and I know Petra did, she used a blue pigment paste, but I want hardly any color of a blue. I'm trying to just do something a little different than hers, just to see. And I love it that she said it's okay to play and experiment. Because, you know, you never know until you try. I love her motto. Thank you, Petra. So I'm going to put in, because that's really light, so I'm going to add in a little bit more. Okay, I guess I did 3 drops of that. Then in my other cup, my third cup, I have 21 grams. Just so happened to be 21 grams. And I'm going to put in my casting craft. So I'm kind of mixing it up a bit from Petra's. So there was 1, 2, and I'm just going to put a little bit more of this one. And I'm not putting any powder in this one. So let's see what happens. And then there's one more ingredient, which you'll see in a moment. So the first thing, if I can remember correctly, and I do have some resin left over, and that's just because I want to use it for an acrylic disc to fill in with some color. So I did let the resin sit to 33 degrees, and I'm hoping that it doesn't cool down on my other white one. On the white one, I might measure it in a little bit. But I thought with the time of, you know, doing this, pouring and mixing and stuff, I might be okay. We shall see. Okay, so here I go first. The first thing is I'm going to pour a layer at the edge of the mold. And I'm going to go really slowly so that I can make sure I get right up to the edge of the mold. So somehow it sometimes, maybe because how I'm squeezing my cup, I'm not sure. So I need to look up some stuff on Chameleon flakes because it's really pretty, but it's, for me, irritating to use as dusting because it doesn't spread very well like mica powder, but it sure is pretty. Okay, so bear with me. Hoping 50 grams is enough, or 51. I'm kind of guesstimating what I need. Boy, I hope I'm hitting the edge because I can't see. And I think I'm going to go around a little bit again because I think Petra had a nice layer. And what drew me to this is, you know, sometimes I'm so impatient with blooms. Most of them really look great with a back coat, and sometimes I just want it done and I want to see it. And I don't want to have to wait for a back coat and all that kind of stuff. So this I thought would be kind of maybe one way to do it. Okay, it's very thin. I gotta leave some more. Okay, so now, if I remember correctly, she did this one. I'm gonna just torch the resin a little bit. Doesn't look like I have enough. You know, so I'm actually going to put the rest of it in. So I had some more, so I'm just going to make sure I have enough. And you know what? I can use this light blue and mix it if I have any left over for that other project, other project that I was talking about. So, boy, it's really hard to come up with ideas and so of new things. And I so appreciate folks that that come up with different things to do so that some of us can, you know, have something to try. So thank you, Petra, and Julie, and Crafty Alex, and Zarin Art, and Art by Mica. So many wonderful talents. Okay. So, and this is also, I'm kind of doing it slowly because I'm wanting to make sure that my white gets heated up, because I think when you decant, in fact, I know when you decant, the temperature drops again. So I kind of want to build it back up. Okay, so I'm going to mix this light, very light sky blue. I'm going to pour it in the, oh, got a little speck there. Take that out. This time I had my tape handy dandy right by me, so that's always a good thing to do. So I'm actually, oh, I think I'll do it this way. And I'm going to go to the edge like this. So just sort of push it, because this is the, oh boy. Callie, I hope you mixed up enough resin. Oh, brother. Ooh. Hopefully it spreads. I'll just let it go. All right, so note to self. Note to self, because this was supposed to go over that as well. And it didn't. Shuckaroos. Shuckaroos. You know what? I'm going to get my heat gun, and maybe that'll spread it as well. So while that's doing its thing, I'll go get my heat gun. Excuse the pause. All right, got my heat gun. Look at all them bubbles. So I used my heat gun and I, did it all over, and then I kind of pushed it to try to get that light blue to go over the edge. Hopefully that works. I see something here, so let me get it out real quick. Where did it go? Oh, a few things. Gosh, there's dust everywhere. I'm glad to hear when I heard Petra say that she finds that too. So might need to get an air freshener or something, air filter. Okay, then the next step is the rest of my white. The first one, the one with the Etterart Chameleon Flakes and the interference champagne. I'm going to pour another coat. And I just realized my mistake in calculating how much I needed. My notes for this mold is actually 4.5 ounces to just layer for a bloom without the top coat. And since I'm not putting a top coat, oh, Callie, you should have done more. Oh my goodness me. So who knows what I'll get. So let me just, I don't want to use too much of this, but I just want to hopefully get something going. Whoops. And out on the side there. And UltraCast is a slow moving resin. So, all right, just leave it at that. Now these things were from the Flakes, but I don't like them sticking out there. So I'm just going to kind of remove them. Okay, then Petra used Peacock. I'm going to use Enzian from Octopus Resin Inks, just to be, a little different. And I am going to torch, actually. And this is resin ink, not alcohol ink, so it's not going to spread very much. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to wait. Well, I might have to do more. Oh boy. Yeah, because alcohol ink, resin ink doesn't spread very much. So, well, that's okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some drops around it. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to let that settle in. I'm going to now put my white, which is the Casting Craft, and the UltraCast. Let me just take the temperature, just in case it gives me something. I'm trying to see the, it's supposed to be lighter than that one. So let's see. I don't have much room on my counter, so it says, well, it says 28, but then it said 33. So, but when I look at it and I do my little, it is somewhat thick, so hopefully. All right. Yeah, it feels thick enough. So now I'm just going to pour it in here. So I don't know if I'll get a web effect because I see it sort of slowly moving here. Let me see if I do this, if it helps it a bit. just have to wait. Wait? What is that? Okay, I'm going to take off a little bit. Okay, that's a little too narrow, so I'm going to just thicken it, widen it a little bit more. Just a teeny one, just a teeny one, teeny weeny bit more. Okay. And I'm just going to do wavy spirals. Okay, I notice that inner one isn't very wide, the stream, so let me get to it in a moment. I'm always so worried that I'm squeezing too hard, you know. I'll just go out as far as this. So I think it was, I'll just do this again here. Oh my gosh. Oh, I probably ruined this now, because I can't get this shape, the same shape. Of course there's a dot there. All right, so I'm going to follow this one. I'm going to come in. Oops. Oh, that's too narrow, isn't it? Oh, sugar. That's all right. I guess I'll do narrow ones. Yeah. And then it comes here. Ooh, these are really narrow. It's been a while since I've used this mold. Okay. Concentrating. Did I gotta turn around. Thank goodness my table is at a corner, so I can walk around it. Oh my goodness. What did I do here? Now I think I'm just gonna, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna follow the pattern of this. Okay, now that went kind of weird. So now what I'm gonna do is from in here, I'm gonna go out. She did every other one, which I kind of like that idea. Whoops, this one went squirrely Q. I am going to kind of do like this, and I am going to do a swirl. I have to do a swirl. Okay, so, oh, that was a little stressful. Oh, so narrow. Narrow, Callie girl. What happened to you, girl? My goodness, I needed like another 4 ounces to fill this. So guess what? I might have to do this again. All right, see you for the unmolding because there's no top coat. Catch you later. Okay, so I have successfully shaped it into a nice little bowl, well, or, you know, shallow platter. And here we go. So I don't know if you can appreciate it as well on the, you know, via the camera. My web effect didn't turn out, but I did get sort of a nice background that I didn't have to put a top back coat. And the bloom is really, if you can see it live, is really quite pretty. Really, truly. So let me know what you think. And, oh, that is very, it's so delicate looking. Let me take you in and hopefully maybe you can see the bloom. Let me just sort of tilt it a little bit because in person, it's really quite delicate looking. I'm very happy with the result. I will have to try the web effect again, but I am very happy with this piece. It's very delicately blue. Okay, thank you so much for watching.